Good afternoon, everyone. This is T. Fletcher. It is 9:09 p.m. in California. So instead of saying afternoon, good evening. I hope you all had a wonderful Sunday. I had a wonderful Sunday myself. I spent time with family and friends again. I walked my dog. I had a good meal. I read a book. And then I decided to do something that was delulu. I decided to go online. And when I got online, I read this heading: Meghan Markle's Netflix flop fails to make the top 300 shows. Duchess of Sussex with Love Meghan was watched by just 5.3 million viewers and ranks at number 383 for this year. So I saw that and I put on my research hat and I decided to Google how many shows are on Netflix. So it says Netflix offers a vast library of content, including both movies and TV shows. While it's difficult to pinpoint an exact number, Just Watch reports over 1,800 TV shows and 3,600 movies are available on Netflix. The number of TV shows and movies on Netflix varies as the content is added and removed regularly. So, if that were the case, how were they able to rank Megan's show? So, I decided to Google rank the cooking shows on Netflix in 2025. And it reads, ranking cooking shows on Netflix in 2025 is subjective and it depends on individual preferences. However, popular and critically acclaimed shows include Chef's Table, The Great British Baking Show, The Final Table, Somebody Feed Phil, and Easy Bake Battle. So, since I already had my research hat on, I decided to Google the shows individually. Well, the first three shows, starting with Chef's Table. So, Chef's Table is a critically acclaimed Netflix docuseries that profiles renowned chefs and their unique culinary journeys. While not explicitly ranked on Netflix, the show is highly regarded and individual episodes have been ranked by users on platforms like IMDb. So, as you can see, there is no ranking number, and they are not referring to this show as a flop. The next cooking show, The Great British Baking Show, remains highly popular on Netflix in 2025. In the United States, it has achieved a demand level of 15.5 times the average show, placing it in the top 2.7% of all TV shows. Okay, that's close, but where does it rank among other shows, other cooking shows? So the next one is The Final Table. So The Final Table doesn't appear in the top rankings for Netflix shows in 2025. The show has a culinary competition that premiered in 2018 and has not been renewed for a second season. So if that were the case, why did they place that show among other shows and calling it the top ranking shows? That was odd to me. So I decided, well, let me Google Megan Sussex cook show on Netflix and see what I find. So it has Megan Sussex cooking show with Love Megan ranks at 383 on Netflix with 5.3 million views since its March 2025 premiere, according to a July 18th report from the Daily Beast. The Daily Beast. This is significantly lower than the performance of her previous show, Suits, which ranked at 151 with 9.3 million views for its first season. according to the report from Deadline. With Love, Meghan is part of a 5-year, $100 million deal with Netflix, according to the Daily Beast. And then it goes on, and they're giving you a premiere date, performance compared to Suits, the other Netflix shows, Netflix top 5. I mean, all these different things under Meghan Sussex show. So I'm thinking, why are they always on this woman? Why is she always ridiculed? Why do they always want her to be less? So I decided to Google Daily Beast, the history, because I don't really pay attention to what's going on with the Daily Beast. I mean, I know it's a tabloid and they write nasty stories about Meghan, but I wanted to know more. So it says the Daily Beast began publishing on October 6, 2008. Its founding editor was Tina Brown, a former editor of Vanity Fair and The New Yorker, as well as the short-lived Talk magazine. The name of the site was taken from a fictional newspaper in Evelyn Way's novel Scoop. Okay. So I already have one eyebrow up and my lip turned because Tina Brown? Are you serious? So let me tell you who Tina Brown is. Now, this is a long thing, so I'm going to break it. No, I'm not going to break it down. I'm just going to tell you that she is an author. She authored the 2007 best-selling biography of Princess of Wales, the Diana Chronicles, and in 2000 she was awarded the honor of Commander Order of the British Empire by Queen Elizabeth for her services to journalism. She is married to editor and publisher and historian Sir Harold Evans and lives in New York City. Now, how did he become Sir Harold Evans? Now, I didn't Google that, but then I went back and I wanted to show you guys this is the front page of the Daily Beast. I didn't change anything around. I just took a screenshot of each row that I saw on their website. So the first one, Queen feared Meghan didn't love Harry, an engineered match. The next one, Meghan Markle's Jam fans are facing this huge problem. The next one, royals give nod to star couple for mocking Meghan's dance. The next one, Meghan's herbal tea lands her in hot water. Now, these are the people who are reporting or putting it out there that Meghan was ranked at 383. Where did they get that from? And if that were the case, why aren't they ranking other shows, other cooking shows, and compare it to Meghan? So, as you can see, they're going to find anything and everything to try to gaslight the public to make them believe that Meghan is less. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you a brief history of Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, worth. So let's start with the Business Insider. We tried Meghan, I'll say Sussex, new as ever rosé in a blind taste test. It wasn't what we expected, but we'd buy it again. That's positive. Meghan Markle's first rosé sells out in under an hour. The truth. Meghan Sussex delighted after as ever product sells out within minutes. The next one, Meghan Sussex Netflix series With Love Meghan returns for a second season this fall. I'm telling you, this is why they are mad. This is the reason why they are reporting this type of nonsense, saying that she's ranked at 383 and she's doing poorly. No, baby. Meghan is thriving and she's doing very well. Let's keep going. Exclusive. Meghan Sussex brand as ever sells out inventory again. And Meghan was truly overwhelmed because of it, because at that time, from if I'm not mistaken, um, they doubled the product or tripled it. I can't remember exactly what it was, but they the second round of shipment, um, they had more products, and that sold out. It sold out within minutes or less than an hour, if I'm not mistaken. Moving right along, she's on talk shows, and the people that she's talking to, when she walks away, they have positive things to say about her because once you meet her, you can't help but to admire her. The next one, Meghan Sussex thanks supporters after the bench tops the New York Times bestseller list. I guess you guys forgot that. Yeah, she wrote The Bench, and it was on the New York Times bestseller list. And moving right along. The next one, the Netflix documentary series Harry and Meghan achieved a record breaking debut, amassing 81.5 or 81.55 million hours viewed in its first week. Now, they're not going to tell you about that. They're not going to remind you of that. And that's the cover of Harry and Meghan's show on Netflix. If you have the time, go give it a watch. The next one, Meghan Sussex released a cookbook titled Together, Our Community Cookbook in 2018. The book quickly became a success, selling out and topping bestsellers lists. It was an instant Amazon bestseller upon its release. It's like everything this woman touched, it turns into gold. But I'm going to give you guys a reminder of what she said on Emma Greed's show.
I do not think about failing. No.
You're not scared of failing.
Is anything actually a failure ultimately? Because you're going to learn from it no matter what happens. But no, I feel confident in what I've been dreaming up for so long. I feel confident in the partner that I have. And I feel really proud of the team that I have. So that's not an option.
It's not an option.
No.
I love that you say that's not an option.
I implore everybody to run and watch Meghan Markle's incredible sit down with Emma Greed on her Aspire show, where
and we are going to correct that. It is Meghan Sussex. So, like Meghan said, she's that girl. She's, she doesn't look at certain things as a failure. As long as you are still thriving to accomplish a goal, there's no way that you can say that, that she's failing. But the media would want you to believe that she is. Now, that is the cover for the Together Our Community Cookbook, which was released in 2018. And I'm not sure when this article was written, but when the article was written, it had generated 911,000 pounds, which is approximately $1,205,000. So, no, she's not failing. And I'm pretty sure that it's much more than that now. The next one, Meghan Sussex guest editing of British Vogue's September 2019 issue had a significant impact, becoming the magazine's fastest selling issue ever and sparking both praise and criticism. Now, I'm pretty sure we know where the criticism came from. This is the cover of the British Vogue magazine, which you can see a variety of women, and the issue was titled Forces for Change, and there was an empty space on the front where you can look at it, and it's a reflection where you're able to reflect about how to make yourself better, how to become a force of change. But then people were upset because there were only 5 Caucasian women on the front cover, but that's a different story. Next, in 2016, Meghan Sussex, then known as Meghan Markle, visited Rwanda as a World Vision Global Ambassador. Her visit focused on the issue of clean water access and its impact on the community, particularly for girls' education and overall well being. She helped build a clean water project at a local school and saw firsthand how improved water access could benefit the community. So she was doing this before entering the British royal family. Now, do you guys remember this? Hey, they were in the delivery room minding their business as husband and wife, anticipating the arrival of their princess, Lilibet Diana. Now, that particular video, I had to remove the original music because of copyright, but that particular video got 61 million views. Now, look at the other videos. There's another video that got 15 million, 10 million, 8 million, 3 million, and the most recent was only 2.9 million. Now, come on now. How can a woman like Meghan, how dare you try to throw her under the bus? And before she became a royal, and this is for the people who don't follow Meghan, she used to have a blog called The Tig. And it was a lifestyle brand that focused on food, traveling, living, fashion, beauty, influencing, just everything. It was pretty much like With Love Meghan, but without the scrutiny. And when she had this particular blog, she had 3 million followers. And not only that, before we got to know Meghan, there were people who looked up to Meghan, people that Meghan motivated. Right before, or I'm not sure if it was before or after she married Harry, this lady came out to let people know how sweet Meghan really is.
Ever need here if you ever need me. I love you, Meghan.
It's Meghan Markle's loving handwritten letter to a former classmate found after 20 years.
Never stop sharing your beautiful spirit and always remember how special you are.
Michelle Fanara is speaking out for the first time about the letter she found tucked away in her high school yearbook. It was penned by Meghan Markle in her now famous signature calligraphy.
To have somebody reach out that's not in your circle of friends, to reach out to you and say, hey, if you ever need anything, I am here for you. That is pretty special.
Michelle went to the all-girls Immaculate Heart High School in Hollywood with Meghan. During her senior year, Michelle was shy and heartbroken over the loss of her great aunt. And that's when the future American princess took the time to write this caring letter.
I wanted to retreat into my own shell, and Meghan was like, no, you can't do that. And she just kept pulling me out of my shell a little bit.
While watching Meghan's royal wedding, Michelle suddenly remembered she still had that letter written so long ago.
I went looking like, oh, yeah, I do. I still have it. It's in my senior yearbook.
Michelle also stumbled upon this sweet message written by Meghan in another yearbook. I can already tell you're a great person. I can't wait to see you next year. Love, Meghan. Today, Michelle is a black belt in karate and owns her own studio. She has this message for Duchess Meghan.
You reaching out to me made all the difference in my world.
So there you have it. Meghan, when this girl was in high school, so the letter was written when she was in high school, but this lady presented the letter after Meghan became a duchess. But she saw something in this lady, and this lady was suffering because her grandmother had passed away, and it was Meghan who kept motivating her to continue on. And this is the lady that they refer to as a bully, but we're going to keep going. So Suits in 2011 received 4.8, a rating of 4.8, and there were 5,719 people who rated the show. And not only that, I think in 2023 or 2024, I can't remember which year, it was a boom. People, they um, they were watching Suits again after all those years. And people were in shock to know that Meghan was on the show, and she's a good actress, and they actually loved her personality and her fashion on the show. It was just the watch hours were off the charts, and it was top of the list, you know? And this show is what they are comparing to Meghan's cooking show. And it's apple and oranges. It's so many different things. That other With Love Meghan is, like I said, it's a cooking show. And not too many people go to Netflix for a cooking show. So come on. But my girl, she's on magazine covers. She's got her podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder. Although she said that she won't be back for a second year, and I can understand that because my girl, she got so many things going on, and then there's two little ones. And here are the ladies that she interviewed on the show, and the show didn't do too bad. And here is the first podcast that I actually listened to, Archetypes, which did extremely well, knocking Joe Rogan, who was at the top of the poll when it came to Spotify. She knocked him off. She was number one in the UK and Canada, and just globally. If she wasn't number one, she was in the top 5. Now, how can you say that this woman is not doing well? How can you say that? How can you say anything about her? Can you guys think of anything that you know to be a fact where you could say, oh, she's a piece of shit? Excuse my language. Excuse my language. Other than what you have heard from the media. They throw rocks, and then they hide their hands, and they don't provide the receipts on where they got the information from. They would tell you, oh, it's from some, what is it? What's the word they use all the time? Sources. Sources. That's the word. Sources. No names, no true follow-ups. They keep showing the same thing. And in a lot of ways, it's working, because if you keep seeing the same thing over and over and over again, and if you don't follow Meghan, you'll believe it. But I'll tell you, it's all jealousy. They're jealous. They're jealous because this woman is doing her thing, and no matter what they've tried to do to her, she is still thriving. And guess what? She is still living here.